Hello, my name is Jessica White and I'm a PhD researcher here at University College Dublin. I'm inviting people with cervical dystonia and adults who stutter to participate in a study which is investigating how these two conditions may affect language processing.
Why are we doing this research? We want to understand how the brain processes language-related information in adults who stutter and people with cervical dystonia. We'd also like to understand how stuttering and cervical dystonia impacts the brain beyond typical speech and movement symptoms. Finally, we want to know if the brain regions affected by stuttering and dystonia are important for language processing.
So here's what the study entails.
You'll be invited to attend University College Dublin on the Belfield campus. We can arrange a time and date that is suitable for you. You'll be greeted by me and invited into one of our research rooms in the Newman building. Here we can discuss what is involved and answer any questions or concerns you might have. You'll then be asked to review and sign the consent form. To get started, you'll be asked to provide some information about yourself, such as your age, gender, and how many years of education you've received. You'll then be asked to complete a short questionnaire which determines if you're more right or left-handed. Then you will complete a short pen and paper task. You'll then be asked to complete a short speaking task. This involves speaking for 60 seconds about a topic of your choice, followed by reading aloud a short passage. Finally, we'll move on to the EEG component of the study. EEG is a non-invasive and well-used method for recording electrical signals from the brain. Participants will be invited to undergo EEG while they view images, videos, words, and sentences. We will now go through a quick demonstration of what's involved in EEG. Firstly, a measurement is taken of the participant's head to select the correct size EEG cap. The cap is then placed on the participant's head and secured with a chin strap. Some additional measurements may be taken and the cap may be adjusted to ensure the correct placement. Gel must be applied to each electrode using a syringe. This syringe is completely blunt and can be viewed on the right-hand side of the screen. Gel then must be applied to each electrode in the cap. This allows us to improve the strength of the signal coming from the scalp to the electrode. A back and forth motion may be used to part the hair and to improve the strength of the signal. Once the cap is placed and set up, the cap will be connected to an amplifier. We can now start recording your brain activity. While undergoing EEG, you'll be asked to view a series of videos, images, words, and sentences while we record your brain activity. This allows us to measure how your brain activity changes over time as you view these events. The following people can participate: adults who stutter and who have stuttered since childhood, people with cervical dystonia, and people without dystonia or a stutter. All participants should meet the following criteria. Participants should be aged 18 to 65, have no history of a head injury or another neurological condition, have no diagnosis of a language disorder including dyslexia, and do not have autism.
If you're possibly interested in participating, you can click the link in the description above this video to find out more about what's involved in participating. Thanks so much for listening, and if you're interested in participating or have any questions, you can contact me in the email displayed on the screen.